Here's how you can make this beautiful turtle drippy cup. This is a 40-ounce double wall clear tumbler and it comes in this month's Crafty Cup kit from Imagine Vinyl. Inside your kit is everything you need to create this tumbler, including your lava drip, your mineral oils, your wraps. Now make sure you listen carefully because there are quite a few instructions. Start by turning your tumbler upside down so you can see this little hole. The first product you're going to use is the mineral oil. You want to squeeze this in. Now it doesn't really matter how much you put in to begin with. Pop your finger over the hole and then make sure you swirl your cup around so the oil coats the entire inside of the cup. We want to make sure those walls are nice and slippery. Inside your kit, you'll find this little glitter bag. Now you don't have to put this in, but I like it because I think it adds a little bit of dimension to the drip. Just keep tapping away at the edges, or you can grab your glitter poker to make sure that the glitter is inside all of that hole. Then give it a good shake so it gets spread out throughout the cup. For this next part, you're going to need a lot of patience. The gap between the base of the tumbler and the hole is just too close to each other, so there's not a lot of room to squeeze your drip inside. Or you can just keep pouring it on top and using your poker to pop out that little bubble that you see there, and then hope that the drip goes inside that hole. Like I said, it's a bit tricky. I haven't found any other cups to be like this, so just persevere through this one. You might think a funnel would work here, but it really didn't because the inside is just so close to that hole. It didn't allow any breathing room. When you think you're happy with your flow, cover that hole with your thumb, flip it over, and I noticed that I wanted to put some more solution in, so pop it back over and add some more until you're happy. Inside your cup, you have this little plug, so when you're ready, pop it in the bottom of the cup, flip her over, and you can get a really good view of what your cup is going to look like. I feel like I have enough drip solution, but I'm just going to top the rest up with oil. This is where you can have free will, so you can decide how much oil and how much of the blue drip you want inside your cup. The bigger the air bubble in your cup, the faster the flow. Once you're happy with the flow and the solutions that are inside your cup, give the cup a wipe over with the alcohol wipe and then some paper towel. In your kit, you'll have received 2 wraps. With this smaller wrap here, trim off the little starfish on the end. We're going to use that elsewhere. And these corals fit perfectly around the base of your cup, or you can trim them into individual little pieces and you can pop them on separately. You might not want to use them all, so it's up to you what you do. If you don't have a cup cradle, it's okay. You can just stand your cup upside down for this part. On your transfer, peel a small section of the backing off and trim it down. This gives you a little bit more control of where you place your wrap. Align it to how you like it. Drop that little bit of the wrap down onto the cup that you already pre-trimmed and give it a nice rub. Flip it over, remove the backing, and then continue to rub the rest down. Make sure you go slow. It's a little bit tricky for your first time, but you will get the hang of it and you can go quicker as time goes on. You just want to make sure that you're pressing each section down firmly so that way you don't have any bubbles. Before you go ahead and push this last bit of coral down, you want to go back over to the blue shell and peel off a bit of the transfer. If you don't do this first, your coral will stick to the top of the transfer and it will rip as you peel the rest of it off. So you can see this clear bit of film. Your transfer. So just make sure you peel that back and you can see my left thumb was just holding the orange coral back, and then once I've got the film out of the way, I can press that coral down. Go back over and give it a nice good rub. You want to make sure it's nice and secured to the cup. Otherwise, when you peel the rest of the transfer off, you might accidentally peel up the UV DTF with it. And now you can peel the rest of the clear film off. It might feel a bit tricky to come off, but that's okay. Just go nice and slow and peel it back on a good angle. If you feel like this might be a bit too tricky for you, then you can go ahead and stick them on individually. And that is the first part of our wrap. On to the second part, which is our little turtles. Aren't they beautiful? You want to line this up so that the handle is directly in between the 2 edges of the wrap. And then the same as before, peel off the backing, trim it down, get your wrap into position, and then stick down that first part just like that. And then once that bit is down, you want to flip your wrap over again. Remember, if you don't have this cradle, it's okay. You can just stand your cup up to do this. Flip the wrap over, pull the backing off. You can pull the backing off slightly or in full, it won't really matter. Then get your fingers in there and just like the last smaller wrap, you just want to slowly push each individual part of the wrap down to make sure that there's not going to be any wrinkles or any air bubbles. Go at a speed that you're comfortable with because we just don't want to mess this little bit up. This is at a ×5 speed, so you can guess just how slow I was going with this one. The edges aren't going to overlap, so you don't need to worry about peeling the start of the film off like you did with the other one. Give it all a good rub over, and then you can go in there and peel the transfer film off again. You're almost there. The cup is finally coming together. Once you've peeled off this film, you need to go and find your little starfish that you cut down before. Remember him? Grab that little starfishy. peel the backing off and stick it down underneath that handle. This way the cup looks cohesive and it doesn't look like the wrap stopped just where the handle was. Once again, rub it down, peel the transfer off. Inside your kit, you would have noticed this little ball chain and a little charm. Not every charm is the same, so if yours doesn't look like this, that's okay. You got a surprise charm. If you can please leave a product review on the website, that would be awesome. Your honest opinion helps us and the future people that are interested in the Crafty Cup Box. And voila! So if you want to know